Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk, guys. We got a good one today, my friends. I had to go freshen up my coffee because I wanted to have a nice warm cup so we could watch this. It is a Leaf fan who has. I'm gonna say it this way. No offense to him. He's turned into a pretty damn amazing light tank player, and I don't mean like necessarily in the last week or whatever, but he's good at light tanks. Maybe turned into is not a great way to say it. He is a great light tank player. Let me put it that way. That's probably a better way to say it. At some point, he turned into one. I don't know. Maybe he's been one for years. But I will tell you that his replays in the last year or so have been pretty awesome. And he has I'm just going to say, he's got a new personal best, he says right here. So we're going to check this out. And when he sent me the note, I generally don't, look at it immediately or download the file or whatever. I look at it, I said, personal best, had a bunch of assist on this one. I'm like, okay, great, cool. I didn't really pay attention to the tank. So I downloaded it, and I looked at it, and I went, what in the world? He did this with the RHM PZW. I like this tank. It's got great view range. It's a little bit indifferent for Tier 10 anyways for its camo. It's not terrible. The problem is everything at Tier 10 is being compared to, say, like the Manticore. Same thing at Tier 8. It's camo-wise, it's compared to the ELC, right? But those are outliers. It's a great combat. Great combat. It's a pretty good combat light tank. It's sort of a mixture of the two. I like the mobility. The gun is nice. It doesn't have any armor, so when you start thinking about the LT-54, the what is the damn whatever, I can't even think of what the bloody Russian one is with all the armor, right? So it's combat. It's pretty good combat wise, but it doesn't really have any armor. Okay, so there you go. Talking out both my sides of my mouth right here. CVS, improved optics, awesome, and a Bounty LNES. And he's running, I like that, he's running the fire extinguisher. So he must not be using the fire extinguishing skill on his radio operator. More than likely his radio operator, I think, is the commander on this. I believe this is a 3-person crew. Probably has a fantastic crew. Large kits, and he's got chocolat. We're also running 10 heat, 10 HE, a great HE round on this tank. Pretty brutal against soft tanks. Let's see if he uses any of that. And 15 APCR, which is the standard round. We are on, of course, the map where you can probably crank up the most. I would say this obviously has more high assist games, this map, than any other map in the game. There are some other great scout maps, but this one is absolutely the best scout map. I wish there were a few more like this one out there. Malinovka is somewhat similar. But this map, I do a lot of replays on this map. This map requires knowledge of the game. It requires knowledge of the map. It requires knowledge of the viewing system and the camo system. And it's got more crossfire opportunities and the ability to flow from side to side than probably any map in the game, if we're honest. Have I built this thing up so much? Is everybody gone because I'm still talking? Very possible. Let's get started. The WT says have fun. Ooh, we have 2 WTs and we have one on the other side. This is interesting. That's a lot of firepower. It's nice to have firepower when you're a scout. We are only running against a Tessac, so that does change things. And there's no artillery. Something to think about when you're dealing with proc. No artillery, and we don't have a Manticore. So he's at least the same in terms of camo. I don't know what the Tessac is, but I bet it's not too much better or worse than the RHM. We find the Tessac immediately. This is oh, look at this. Holy cow, right off the bat, this guy is in so much trouble. Man, I'd have been tempted to shoot, but you know what? I'm not the guy who got this result. So he sees him. This is one thing about Leaf Fan that I quite appreciate that I don't have as much of. He is extremely, what's the word? I can't even think of the word. Patient. Extremely patient when he runs his scouts. He's also running this thinking man scheme. That was very interesting that he got spotted getting out of there, and he comes right back to it. Ooh, I thought he might stick out the front, so to speak. Now, the bummer with not having Artie is it can't reach around, but check it out. He's got some guys up. How many dudes are up there? Wait, what am I looking? Oh, I thought, is there 4 up there? What is going on with that name on the grill A? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's part of the Centurion's name is covering up the grills. All right, so we got a Vickers, a Centurion, and a Grill a Bat Chat, an FV, and 2 WTs, and a 4005. Man, he's got some firepower over here. It concerns me a little bit for the rest of the map, but let's see what happens here. Anything that is seen is going to get melted over here, especially when he gets to work on the 1-2 line. And I'm betting that he does most of his work on the 1-2 line. 60 TP kind of got schwacked poking up. 50-51 took a hit. He's not going to go back to that spot because he knows he can get spotted. Look at that. Now that was not our spotting. So the Tessac. Oh, he saw that guy, and that's why you go here, guys. That's why you go here. It's absolutely awesome counter spotting position, and just like that, the enemy scout is gone. And really, if you're on the other team, you are really bumming right now. Really bumming. Provided that your scout can do a nice job from here, it is, I don't want to say it's a guaranteed win, but the odds of winning have just increased exponentially. Knock down a tree. I mean, that wouldn't be that surprising to me if I was the purple team. Uh-oh, we have the thing coming in. Looks like, yeah, so that's unfortunate. We are having the random thing happen. Hey, it's a more dynamic map. It was telling him he was in the spot there. Oh, look out there, Bat Shot. I need to get out of the way. We just cranked up a bunch of spotting, though, because the poor 60 TP tried to get into the dip and got caught out. It just melted. What did I say about getting melted, dude? Gone. Oh, wow, this is aggressive. Okay. I am a bit surprised by that, but that's the other thing I would say that Lee Fan does a little more than me. He will do the, oh, look at the JPs, the Jagdpanzer's getting destroyed. He's sometimes a little more aggressive on these surfing. I feel like I get hit every time I try these things, but holy cow, look at this. He's not getting lit though, so it doesn't matter. If you're not spotted, you're not going to get hit. This is hilarious. He just finally got lit. 5,000. What? 8,000, fellas. As I was babbling about, well, I don't think that's a great idea on the middle there, he's at 9,000 spotting. There was nobody up here to stop him from doing that. The Panzer 7 backed off. Why are those guys all in the pit? They must have had somebody over there. They must have killed somebody down there. I'm not even sure. I wasn't paying attention to what the hell happened over on the right side of the map, but it was something weird because they're all down there in the pit. Maybe that Panzer 7 was down. I don't know what's going on over there. I'd have to rewind it. You guys can go back in the replay and see what the heck was going on there, but it was strange. All right, he's close enough now, so that was a better position for the Panzer 7. It's really where he should have been. 9,000 assists. I mean, oh, this is great. What a great example of the stupidity of people. The whole team is trying to scooch forward. There's no reason, dudes. Why? Why are you scooching forward? Your light tank is absolutely annihilating. Just be patient. He'll be back. Look at him. He's working side to side. The WT just drives up high, but he dies. Yep, he's going to die. What a buffoon. Will we get lit crossing there? A little bit surprised that our hero did that. There is now, and he may know this, when the airplanes come in and crash, there becomes some hard cover, I would say, not camo, but there's hard cover right here that makes it harder for you to be hit. Also notice that the PZ, or the RHM here, is fast. And that's one of the things I love about this tank, is how fast it is. He's just lighting guys up. It's like, hello, how are you guys doing? And his team's saying, we're doing great. They are. look at the cockroaches scurry. They are so screwed. There's actually a leopard up high. We're at 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, 13,000. Oh, this is brutal. You almost feel bad for him. 13-3, 13-4. The WT has 600. There's a Leopard back there in a WT. WT is like great. So glad I got this WT ticket to play. This is so fun. Lit by the tank. Man, again, I might fire right there, but there you go. He's going after spotting. Like I said, I'm not the guy that got this spotting. 14,000 assist. I mean, that would be the personal best for most people, but we ain't done. Do we shoot here? Oh, okay. I wondered if he even shot. We'll talk about that in just a second. He does not get the penetration on that. I guess there's 2 TDs back here still. Yep, there they are. And the 50-51. Oh my goodness, this is just brutal. Like, you're just zinging around. Unfortunately, he's going to share some of that assist. I don't think he got any. Yeah, he did get some more. There you go. He did share it a bit with the IS-7 getting in there. What a massive game, guys. 16,637 assist. That is the equivalent of 5 plus Maus. Maus with 3,000 hit points. This is an all tier 10 battle. So most tanks are going to be in the 2 to 2,500. If they're 2,500, that's math in public. 4, 5, 6 tanks equivalent. 6 plus tanks equivalent assist damage by the RHM. Just a real masterclass, guys. That bush, take note of the initial bush that he went to. It is one of the best counters. First of all, it can see things like where the 50-51 went. It can actually reach back to there, especially if you've got great spotting. Even some of the higher camo tanks, if you've got enough burn through, you can end up seeing them up there. They're not necessarily behind a bush, but they may have good camo, but you've got well over 445. You may catch them doing what he did with the 50-51. And then countering scouts. When he saw the Tessac, who was trying to be sneaky through the bushes, he's got a CVS. He's got the improved optics. He has so much burn through. Tessac's camo is okay, but it's not good enough to obviously keep him from being seen right there. And once he deleted the Tessac, it was pretty much over. The enemy team put nearly everybody on the 1-2 line, just like Lee Fan's team did. Not a great thing when you lose your scout, right? If they'd have made a more aggressive push on the other side, maybe it's a little more even game. They win that side or something like that. But they were all just back in the corner. And once Lee Fan started seeing them all, it was just an absolutely brutal slaughter. Look at the number down the bottom left down there. The Leopard with 1,000. Somebody thumped him for 1,000. I'm assuming that was probably the FV, although it could be multiple tanks at once hitting it because it sort of lumps damage together at times. But very nicely done, man. That was awesome. That must have been a fun game. It was a romple, and I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want every game to be this way, to be honest. But as far as that one-off, just absolutely dominant gameplay in his RHM-PZW. Like, you would be a little bit surprised if I was to tell you somebody got 16,000 assists. You probably wouldn't pick that tank. Probably not, but I actually like it. It's good. I would say, in all honesty, that all of the Tier 10 light tanks are viable. They can all do what he did there. It is situation dependent, obviously. It would be a little more difficult. You know, a Manticore might sneak through those bushes, but I will tell you that there are some openings in there. And sometimes it's hard to tell exactly how tall the bushes are and where the hitbox of camouflage is and everything. And he might burn through on a Manticore. I don't know. He'd have to let us know how that's been working against more stealthy light tanks right there. But really nicely done, man. That's all I've got for today. You guys have a great one. We will see you.